Welcome back to BT. All week long, our two dudes, Frankie and Devo, are live from Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, sprinkling some Disney magic throughout our show. We're going to go live to Frank Ferrigini right now. Frank, last time we chatted with you, were at the Canadian Pavilion. I want to know where you are now, but I just want to give you a heads up. Apparently, I've heard the Canadian Pavilion has the best maple popcorn. So if you get a chance, you go grab that, okay?
Well, you know, we're talking a lot about gardening here on the show today, but some of the food selections around here are amazing. And yeah, the maple popcorn there at the Canada Pavilion, unbelievable. But, you know, I'm just geeking out. I'm looking at Winnie the Pooh as a topiary. I'm looking at all the plants. And then I bump into Trey. Trey Anderson's a part of the horticultural department here. Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival, each and every year. You guys amaze me. I gotta shake your hand as well, just to say good job. Every year is different, too.
Yes, every year is a new a new show we're trying to put on, and of course with the International Flower and Garden Festival, it's one of the longest running festivals in the United States. We actually have 3 full seasons that we go through, so every time you come back to the Flower and Garden Festival throughout the season, it's a new and exciting bed every time you come to visit.
It runs all the way to July the 5th.
Correct.
And the topiaries themselves, there's a lot of work that goes in here, and I'm always amazed. I think you use the most hairpins in the state of Florida.
Yeah, we go through more bobby pins than you can ever imagine. They come in little 8-pound boxes, and each one of these topiaries, depending on the variety, can have 3, 4, 5, 6, or even more boxes of topiaries. So you're talking about 20 or 30 pounds of just hairpins in one topiary.
I was here earlier this morning, and I could see the care that goes into these, pinning the plant material in, making sure the gardens all look fresh. There's over 200,000 bedding plants that are planted here.
Yep. We add an additional 200,000 annual every year. The flower fields themselves, which surround our east and west lake, have just 60,000 alone in just those flower beds. And we actually do, again, 3 full rotations just on those 3 ponds.
Garden tourism's huge. People want to tour the world and look at different gardens, get inspiration and learn lessons. As you walk through Epcot here, you're seeing different countries, different planting styles, and many lessons along the way.
Correct. And at every pavilion you see, especially around the World Showcase, you actually see different palettes that we use to tell the stories of our landscaping. So in France, you'll see the beautiful pastels. When you head over to Morocco, it's all the beautiful spicy colors with the peppers and the marigolds to introduce that spiciness of Morocco.
Yeah, we were just outside of the tea garden that's here. There's a fragrance garden. There's also butterflies. There's butterflies just flying throughout all Epcot, but there's also areas that have been curated, right, for butterflies.
Right, yeah, those we call our escapees. And then we have our butterfly house, which is, we actually have live chrysalis that we put in there twice a week, and they actually hatch, and you can see them hatch when you're here at the festival. And then the life cycle actually repeats inside the butterfly house. So we actually give them the plant material for the caterpillars and the full adult butterflies to have food and to create the next cycle.
People are watching us from across Canada, and a lot of gardeners always want to know the challenges. The challenge to grow flowers in Florida is heat.
Correct, yes. Even our winters are not cold. So we have a little bit of frost every now and then at the beginning of the festival. For the most part, though, everything has to be heat tolerant. So that's why we go through 3 full seasons in a 5-month period.
Wow.
So we do have to keep up with dealing with the heat and the rain. The rain is actually more problematic than the heat is. So.
And what are people liking? Is it bright colors right now? Are they liking pastels? What are you
Always bright
finding?
colors. People always love and are attracted to bright colors, especially when you go around the topiaries. You want something that really pops and attracts the attention in your eye as you go around.
And this is probably asking you, like, who is your favorite kid, Trey? But when you've done all this work for this entire park,
yeah.
Which is your favorite? Which is your favorite?
I have to say, in the last 2 years, I've really loved Encanto. We got to do a small taste of it last year, but this year we've actually brought back 4 brand new topiaries with the Encanto set, and that's one of my favorites. So we get to geek out and get all the beautiful tropical plants, bananas, gingers, all the fun stuff. So that's one of my favorites this year.
So once again, it runs all the way to July the 5th. Each and every year is a different year. You got to come. If you're into plants, you're into gardening, you're into beauty, and you're into the beautiful Instagram shots, this is the place to come. And this is just one. How big's your crew? How many people?
We're around 50 right now.
Yeah, so they do the plantings at night. It's all magical here all the time. Trey, I got to shake your hand again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a blooming good day.
You too.
Yeah.